So today we're reading through First Chronicles 1 and 2. I'm sorry if you hear some baby noises in the background, but my little one has decided to join me outdoors right now. A whole list of names, a lot of names, and it's either simply a list of names or it's an overwhelming experience for you this morning. It struck me as I was reading through these names that every one of these people lived a life. They lived a life. They lived a life that was filled with fears and worries and anxieties, but also with triumphs and victories, with birthday celebrations, with wedding anniversaries, with dances, with long walks, with plenty of good meals, maybe at times no meals. They've stood in the rain, they've faced storms, they planted fields, they birthed calves. They just experienced life to its fullest, and we don't have any knowledge of their emotions, their ideas, their opinions, their dreams, their visions. We have nothing. All we have is a name, but we understand that the name represents something. The name represents a life lived, and when you consider it, do you know your great grandparents' names? I mean, some of you may, because maybe you're doing research and that sort of stuff into your family, but the vast majority of people don't know their great grandparents' names, and many probably don't even know their great grandparents' names, which means the reality is that in 3 or 4 generations, you'll just be a name to somebody if you're a name, but they won't know anything about you. Your great grandchildren, you'll be blessed if they know your name. In the Bible, there's a lot more other people that lived. The names are not recorded there, and we know nothing about. There are servants, there are neighbors, there are merchants, and all kinds of things that we can only guess that they existed, because there's nothing. Their name did not get recorded in a book that we can read 3,000 years later. So the reality is that the people that you come into contact with, if they remember you, their children won't. even your grandchildren will have some memories of you, but most likely your great grandchildren will not, and your great maybe you'll be part of a story that's told to them. Maybe they'll come across you in some sort of research, but they will not know your dreams. They will not know your aspirations. They will not know your struggles. They will not know your fears. They will not know your triumphs. They will not know your attitude and your victories and your celebrations or anything of the sort. And yet you are part of their story. It may be an unknown part, but something you say, something you do, characteristics that get passed down, all kinds of things that just will make you part of them. But this is a thing. The more you share, the more will be passed down. The more you share, the more that they will have some part of you, even if they don't know it's you. See, we've got to pass on our stories. We've got to pass on our testimonies, and make them vibrant and record them. And we live in an age where we have a means to record these things. And there's these videos, if they last for a while. Look, here's a video. Here's your great grandfather talking about you, even though he never met you. It's We're not meant to be here for long, but we are meant to make an impact on those who follow us, and that's what we have to concentrate on. We spend so much time trying to build our lives, and what we need to be doing is preparing for the next generation. There was a time that people understood that, and even today we'll find the immigrants who are working hard, not for their future but for their children's future. And this is what we need to do spiritually. It's what we need to do. We need to seed into our children, into our grandchildren, And if we're blessed enough to hold a great grandchildren, just pray blessings over them that will last a thousand years into our family. So just something to consider. You be blessed today, and plant some seeds. God bless.